We come now to verse 32 of the 4th chapter of the Gospel of John. The woman at the well, the Samaritan woman, has gone into her hometown and told the men there about this remarkable character that she encountered at the well. They are on their way back out to that same well to see this for themselves, to confirm in their own view and their own experience the remarkable story that this woman has told. And then we have this in the meantime discussion that's going on. The disciples, of course, have been in the town earlier. They've picked up some lunch. They're wanting Jesus to eat. They know that it's been a long journey thus far, and they have more ahead of them. And so at this point, they have asked him, urged him, to have something to eat. And this now is the response that Jesus gives to that request from his disciples. Ho, this is the definite article. It normally means the. Sometimes, however, idiomatically, it can be translated as he, which is the case here. De, the soft conjunction. So, but, he, apen, third person singular, aorist active indicative. So he said, autois, dative, plural, masculine. He said to them, ego, I, and it's included here to make it emphatic. I, Jesus is saying, brosin. This is a word that ordinarily means meat, but it, of course, was generalized idiomatically in Greek to stand for food of any kind. So Jesus is saying, I have meat, literally, but you could broaden that to mean food. Ego, brosin, echo, first person singular, present active indicative. I have food, or I have meat, phagain. This, of course, is from the verb that means to eat. It's the infinitive in this case. It's the present infinitive, suggesting I have and continue to have food, to eat. Hain, relative pronoun, feminine, which is to agree with brosin. I have meat to eat, which, this is the accusative, which you, humeis, the second person plural pronoun, which you, uk, oidata. This is from edo. We've seen it before. It's a word that means I know. Sometimes can also mean I see. This is the second person plural perfect active indicative. I have food to eat that you do not know. You continue not to understand. You continue not to appreciate that I have a source of nutrition. I have a source of strength that you are unaware of. It is, of course, reminiscent of what he had said to the woman, that she would receive from him living water so she wouldn't thirst again. And in some ways, Jesus is hinting at the same idea here with respect to the disciples. I have meat to eat, which prevents me from getting hungry. Now, of course, the point of this is not to say that there was no physical hunger that would occur, but simply to emphasize that there was a deeper and more significant source of strength available to Jesus, and of course, by inference, we would say to any person who is living in the strength of the Holy Spirit, as Jesus certainly was. And so this verse is teaching us not only something of Jesus and the sustenance that he derived from doing the will of God, but also the sustenance that any can derive from that same source.